What's up, people? I wanted to do this in 8K, but the file size was gonna be way too big, so this is probably gonna be 1080. What is the point of this video? This is for, I would say, musicians or anyone that has a use, home use. Yeah, these both of these mixers. By the way, let me introduce these two. This is the QSC, the Touchmix 16, which was on sale recently. We're in August 2025. This one, I did not get it on sale. This was full price. This is an Allen&Heath CQ18. I'm gonna run down, or I'm not a professional reviewer, I guess so to speak, but I'm gonna give you a musician standpoint, as far as a musician, what I like and don't like about both of these. Both of these are mine. These are not loaned or, borrowed. These are mine. Right off the bat, they're both 16 channels. Well, they have a few more, but quarter-inch mic. These are combos. These are 12 XLR and 4 combo, which it will accept the XLR and an instrument cable. 4 combos, 12 XLR. This one has 8 and 8. So 8 XLR, 8 combo. The audio might go up and down in volume. I get away from the mic. I have to lean over here. The mic is right here, so I'm not in my normal setup, but it's because of the space to put these two on the counter, so you can see them. And I don't have it on a tripod because I want to, you get a better feel if I move in. For the record, I'm recording this direct line into a cell phone via USB. I'll explain that later. It's direct to a cell phone, and there's nothing in between. It's just mixer, straight to the cable, straight to the phone. Slight differences. This has a gain knob. This one does not have a gain knob. This one, for example, it's on the screen. I'll lower my mic right now, and I'll raise it, and I'll boost the the dB so you can see. It has quite a stretch of dB. Let me see how far it goes. I think it's 60. Yeah, 60 dB. So as of this video, I'm using at positive 40. This is not a professional mic. This is more of a home. It's a good mic though, I'll tell you that much. So the gains are on the screen. There's no physical knob. This one has a physical knob. I'm not sure of how much dB it gives. It doesn't specify. Like if I raise 1, it doesn't tell me how much dB. I'm not too sure about that. You can search it up if you need that information. This one has 2 USB-A, which will be for this cable. Where's the cable? Did I bring it over here? Nope, I didn't bring it, but I'll just show you. So it accepts, USB-A like this. It has 2 ports. That's it. 2 USB-A ports. One is for that little chip, which is the wireless. So you can connect like a tablet, like a network. So you connect directly to the mixer, and you can control it via an app. This one, it's different. It has the network internal. It has already, you don't plug it in. This one already has it internal, and this is the antenna for the Wi-Fi, so you can connect the app, and it works good. I don't have complaints about it. But this one has a lot more inputs and outputs as far as options. Like I said, this one only has 2 USB-A. This one has USB-A, printer, I don't know what it's called, your printer USB. You have Ethernet. And then you have the micro SD card. So again, I'm moving away from the mic, so if it sounds a little lower, my bad. Major differences between these two. This has XLR outputs, so it has 6 monitors. or 6 auxiliaries, what they call, and then a left and a right. This one has the same thing, a left and a right output, and then it has 1/4-inch outputs, 6. Is that a big deal for me in my use? No. I don't use this. I'm not a sound engineer. I'm not out doing gigs. The XLR outputs are a little more quiet, in my opinion. When I plug in, 1/4-inch to a speaker, you do get a little noise. There's something in there. They're not as quiet as XLR outputs. They both have knobs. The screens on these are not responsive the same. This one is much more responsive as far as the touch. I find that this one has like a delay. There's times that you touch and it's not too accurate with with your selection. It's not 100% accurate, and there is a delay in the touch. Like, there is a delay. Is it a big deal? That depends on the user, on whoever's gonna use it and find that that's either slow or not. Back into the screen. The brightness on this one, this is the lowest brightness. This one is not the lowest brightness. Let me lower it. So this one gets much more dim. If you're in a dark room, this one gets dim, and it gets bright. It does get bright. You can see it in broad daylight. This one gets brighter, in my opinion, but it doesn't get as dim as this one. So this one is definitely better for nighttime. It's not going to bother you. This might be too bright if you're in a completely dark room. It depends on the user, but that's just, just giving you the info. This one has LED, the little buttons. You can brighten them or lower them, as you can see. Brighten them, lower them, and then these buttons here, you can also brighten them or lower them. That's a cool feature. Not so much a necessity, but that's something that could actually, like I said, if you're in a dark room, that could it could affect your eyes. It depends on the user. It all depends on the user. I love the fact that these are combo. In my case, I don't use a direct box for me to have to use an XLR. I prefer a combo. If there is a mixer ever out there where all of them are combos, even better. You get the choice right off the bat. It's not one or the other. It's technically they should be all like this. Even though if it costs more, charge the client. I guarantee you, sound guys will probably love this rather than just the XLR, or I'd rather the combo. That's just me. And I'm a musician. I'm not a sound guy. I forgot, but there's a copy and paste. One of these buttons will copy it, and then the other one is paste. And you could just run through all the channels like that. So you hit here, copy, go to the next channel, paste. Next channel, couple, if you want to send that EQ, and you could do the same thing for the compressor, the gate. It's pretty easy for this one. This one, it's pretty much same. You go here into wherever you're at. Let's say I'm in the EQ, right? And I was gonna EQ my mic, but we'll leave that alone. But let's say for the bass, right? Say I want that, right, to another channel. So you basically copy right here, tap it, copy, and then you go to, let's say, the next channel, and then you paste it right here. So now I have that same EQ on this channel. I have it on this channel. So pretty simple. It's not like crazy, to copy and paste for different channels. It's not a task. Pretty easy. Features that I love on this one. and then I'll tell you features. Well, let's start with this one, because I have less things to like on this one than this one. My opinion, things that work for me better. Again, the touchscreen is not too responsive. This one has a button. You can go to Unity quick on any channel. So let's say down here you want to go to Unity. Same thing. You can go to another one. You're here, Unity, by pressing 0. For example, if you need to kill a channel or kill the signal on a channel real quick, let's say these 2 or these 3, you need to lower them fast. You can go left and right on the channel strip. So as you see, if I press user 1, it goes to the left. User 4, it goes to the next channel. So if you got to drop 3 channels real quick, you can press 0, right? Hit the next channel, 0, next channel, 0. That's pretty useful. That's cool. So let's just say, you got 5 channels that are too loud, or you got to kill them. Instead of having to hit mute on each one, you can just use the 0 and this button if you're going to the right. So you hit 0 on each channel, and I'm going to try to make the camera where you can see them. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's a cool feature. That's useful. That's useful on this one. The gains, I do like the physical buttons. I do. I don't like this combo setup here. Not a fan of this. Not a fan. Like I said earlier, I prefer a mixer to have full combos. You give me the option, not you forcing me to use channel 3 for XLR. But a sound engineer would have a different, mentality, a different thought. But me, I prefer combos. Use more quarter inch than anything in my use. I don't like the startup. Let me boot this down. The startup on this is horrible. The standby is pretty quick. That took too long to to shut down. What is this, Windows 95? It takes long to shut down. When you're on standby, it comes back 3 seconds, 2 seconds, if that. Now, from startup, let me boot it down. This takes too long to boot down, I'll tell you that much. It's not. And I know sound guys that have this mixer and been dealing with this for years, and they're just used to it. But when I show you this one, I'm trying to unplug it so I can plug it back in and show you an actual boot up. All right, plugged in. That's plugged in. We're waiting. Go get a drink and come back. Yep, still going. And boom. Oh, not yet. Boom. All right. So that took, I didn't calculate that, but let's shut this one down. And I'm going to have to unplug my phone real quick. And you're going to hear me on the camera versus the mic. All right, so you're hearing me on camera right now, like the actual phone camera audio. And this one, you hit shut down. Watch how quick it does it. Gone. It's already done. It is safe to turn your mixer off now. I got a speaker plugged into it. Shouldn't do this. You should have the speaker off first or low. But watch the startup. You heard the click, right? This thing takes like 10 seconds. Kid you not. Already there. Already there. Everything is available. There's no lag in one menu not opening. As you can see, everything is reacting. Like it's this mixer is very responsive. Now let me plug my phone back in, and I'll explain to you this USB situation in a minute. Let me plug the phone in. Hold on. All right, so you can see my mic is back, and this is the channel that's recording me. Let me See if I could raise it a little. I'm not sure if you're hearing me clear enough. Hopefully you are. I got the gain pretty, but I'm in an open room, in the living room right now. The app on this one is not the best, I would say, but it does have all the features. I'm gonna turn on my tablet and just bear with me because this tablet is like ancient. So it's gonna take forever to boot up. But the app on this tablet versus like a cell phone gives me full access. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the screen size. I don't know, the resolution, something. But I connect the phone and it doesn't give me the full access. As you can see, I have a phone, the S24, which is the one I'm recording on. But then if I go to the tablet actually gives me full access. I don't know why that is. Rather than a cell phone, it doesn't give me full, complete access. It's not a big deal, but you know, if your phone is like your main, see here, it gives you full access. I don't know the difference. Even though you do get access to, you know, to all the auxes and all that, slightly different. Let me connect the mixer, or connect the tablet to the mixer. And for this one, it's the QSC, the green one. I believe there's two. There's a blue one for the Touchmix 30. All right, let's see. So it tells you have access to everything. So this interface looks much different than a cell phone. On the cell phone, you're not going to get this menu. And I'll give you another feature that I like that's on this mixer that is not on this one. But then I'll tell you a lot of stuff I love about this one that's not on this one. So stay tuned. This one, for example, in this version of the app, this is a tablet. If I use a cell phone, I do not believe this is there. So if you need to adjust it very detailed, you have, and I believe it's 0.5, oh no, it's 1 dB increments. So 20.5, 21. So it's 1 dB increments. But, you know, if you don't want to do this, you can use the, and of course you can hit 0 and it goes to unity. Same thing. You want to fine tune it, you go right here. And I believe that's, let's see, is it, yeah, it's like every 3 clicks. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. So every 4 clicks is 0.5 dB. So that's pretty good. That's a feature I like on this one. You have basically everything that this mixer has here, except for the gains. Now each channel does have a digital gain. It has a digital gain. I haven't tried that. I'm not too sure how that, you know, works. I'll be honest. I haven't used this mixer like in a situation like that. Not yet, at least. Those are some of the features. There are more. I don't want to make this video too long. Now this is my baby right here. I love this mixer here. I can raise the fader here or here if you have the channel selected. You can go here or here. Useful. EQ. These are very useful for EQ. I'm just gonna go down the features that I like. Let me see if I put the mic over here closer to the to this side, since I'm on this side. So if you want to EQ a channel, and I'll take the bass for example, so I don't mess up the audio. Here you raise the frequency with this one, Here you can slide the frequency over left and right. You can do it manually. You press it and then you move it, and then you can control how wide the frequency band is. So this is very useful. Once you get used to it, you get used to that, you're gonna love it. It's good. Very useful with those three, especially if you got both hands, you EQ something in 3 seconds. The screen is pretty clear. The interface is not the most technological or whatever, but it's useful. You can see everything you need on it. It's clear, in my opinion, as far as this one looks. Let me see if I can brighten it up so you can see. I mean, it looks clear. It looks clear. I'm not gonna say that it's not, but of course it's not 4K. It's not like it's not HD. This one is pretty clear. I mean, I have a plastic on it. I'm not taking it off. People's like, oh, remove the plastic. Well, nah. I'll keep it that way until the plastic falls off itself. These buttons are assignable. And I believe these three are assignable too. You can go into config, control, and then these, what they saw, the rotaries, you can basically assign what you want to them, etc. Soft keys, same thing. You can have a mute group. I have a mute group. For example, if I hit 1, you're going to see a bunch of channels mute. I'm going to press it again. Those are gone. But I usually have them all on mute anyway. So I hit mute for all, and then I unmuted this mic just so you can continue hearing me. Then you can have separate groups. So I have mics on 1, outputs on 2. So I'm going to knock all the outputs out. And that's useful. So you could turn off speakers. If you have a situation where you have monitors and everything is going to that monitor, to those monitors or whatever, you can have 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is. Knock them all down with one button. And same thing, I have the effects right here. So effects right now are muted. I don't use effects on this board, but that's a cool feature. I like the home screen. This is cool. You have 2 headphones out. Now let's go back to the comparing of these two. This has 1 headphone out, but I believe you have an extra phones queue, which is for headphones, and then a monitor queue. So I believe you can hear what's going through the monitors through here. I believe so. And of course the phones will be from your main out. This one has two headphone jacks. And then you could assign what you want to hear on A or hear on B. Outputs, headphone A, for example, I have it set to the USB channel, which I'm going to explain in a second. So about the USB direct to my phone that's been recording this. And then on the other one, you can listen to anything that's connected. You can have it, output 1, only you want to hear what's through output 1 on this one, or A, whichever one. You choose what you want. That's cool. You have a volume right here. You have a volume right here. And then you can unchoose it by tapping it. So that way, if you hit, the rotary, it doesn't move. That's a cool feature. So you tap it and it's no longer active. That's good. This one I don't know if you can do a custom layer here. You probably can. I haven't tried it. But a custom home screen. For example, if I'm in my house, I technically only use 3 channels. I have a mic if I'm going to talk, like this video, my instrument, which will be bass, and Bluetooth, which I'll get to that in a minute too. So these 3 channels are basically the ones that I use on an everyday basis if I turn the mixer on, right? And then I have my outputs. I have 1 speaker, 2 speakers, 3 speakers, and then this one I have it set to the recording direct to my phone. And then, of course, your main left and right. So this is what I want to see at all times. I don't want to have to, let's say, if I have it like this, mic 1, right? And then my Bluetooth is over here, and then my speaker outputs, it's over here. I want all of that in one channel. I mean, in one strip. So I have the mic, my instrument, Bluetooth, which these three are the main things I use, and then the speaker outputs. That's it. If I need effects, I go here. But you know, everything is one screen. That's how I like to use it, and you can customize it. I don't know if you can do that on this one. Maybe, not sure. I haven't seen where you can, customize. I haven't seen that yet. What else do I like about this mixer? Besides the quick startup, it's very accurate as far as the fader. Like if you look at my thumb and look at the actual fader, it moves quick with your finger. Unlike this one, there is, I don't know. To me, there's a delay. I don't know if it's just maybe the graphics. I could be wrong. It could be just the graphics on it. But this one is just, to me, is accurate. My opinion. It's quicker with moving, etc. You can assign each output to a different source. This one, output, aux 1 is just aux 1. It's only that. This, you can use it for USB. I have it stereo linked for right and left on one fader. So I'll unlink it, and then you'll see output 5 is separate, output 6 is separate, which will be output 5 and 6, 5 and 6. But I'll explain that now. But I stereo link it so that way it's on one fader. And this fader, by the way, controls this volume. So if I lower it, if I raise it, it's louder. If I lower it. So this is the master volume for that recording. That anything that goes into here, into the USB through this cable, that's the master. And of course you have your sends of how much you're sending to that output. So I have it at unity right now, but let me get into that. This mixer has a direct USB connection from here into a device. In my case, it's an Android. I don't think I brought the cable, but it's a USB cable that you connect to a printer, to a computer. Has the printer on one side. I'm gonna zoom in. Has a printer on one side, and then it has this USB-A on the other side. And then the USB-A goes into here. I don't know if you can see it. Goes in here, and then this goes into the cell phone. I'm trying to get you to see the logo, Samsung, as you can see it, right? So this goes straight into the phone. That goes in here, and any audio that's on the mixer goes straight to the phone. No extra app to download, nothing fancy. It's just direct out. How do you get that? That comes with the mixer. This one doesn't have it. That's something I do not like about this one. You should be able to, because these are supposedly semi-digital, right? So you should be able to send, that signal via USB. This one does it. And technically this one is lower priced than this one. This one regular price I think is $1,400, $1,499, something like that. It was on sale for not too long, but I got it on sale for less. And this one is $1,100, $1,200. So this has more features. This has more features, but they're each in their own lane. This one is good for a lot of things. This one is good for a lot of things. So it's the user who decides which one is better. This one, to me, I love this one because of that USB feature. So as you can see, it has USB and Bluetooth. This doesn't have none of those. I'm not bashing it. I'm not talking bad about it, but it doesn't have Bluetooth. That's a feature that's useful for playback. Let's say you're a sound guy and you're providing music. You can have a connection, and people say Bluetooth isn't professional. Mine don't drop off. I'll tell you that much. Mine don't drop off unless I have, you know, these wireless things. If I have two of them plugged in, yeah, they could interfere. But if you don't have too many wireless things, you use Bluetooth, and it works. For me, it works. Of course, you can choose your quality. Here, I don't know if you can choose the 48 or 96. I haven't seen that option. I don't know. That I'm not too sure. Maybe you can. Sample rate 44, 48. Well, this one's 48.96. So this one, I guess, has a higher sample rate, but I don't see 96 on this one. Not too sure. I don't see an option for that. But anyway, you choose the quality. You can have it stereo or multi-track. You could assign your outputs. So this is counted like this. You got 16, right? And then you have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I decided 23, 24 will be my USB direct to the phone. I could have chose that for 17, 18. I could have chose it for 21, 22, go to the USB. But I chose 23, 24, and I could still use that for speakers. I could still plug in speakers. But even though you do have to keep in mind that your speaker volume and recording volume will be this one main. So if your speaker volume's up here, your recording is most likely going to be this loud. If your speaker volume is here, it's going to be this low. So you got to keep that in mind. That's like the biggest feature I love. That USB, priceless. Bluetooth, and I'm going to show you how this Bluetooth works. Let me disconnect here from I had the app going on the tablet, so now I'm gonna connect to, that's why, hold on, that's why I got another device already connected. Hold on. This is a feature that, in my opinion, is useful. Bluetooth channel, let me lower it so that way you can hear me talking while the music is playing, and then if anything you need to hear the music louder, I'll raise it. So let me just play some Brian Culbertson, by the way. And so it's playing, right, via Bluetooth. It's playing via Bluetooth into this channel right here. And let me lower it a little more, but it's playing through here, right? And this here is the volume for the Bluetooth channel. I'm gonna raise it. I love it for that reason. You can control whatever. This is the input for the Bluetooth. I have it pretty much at 0. Like I could raise it, but I keep it, I keep it there at 0. So it's clean. And if I need more volume, then I just send it. I send it here. I send more, this channel. That is a feature that I love. That Bluetooth, I love it. And you can send it to any of the channels, In my case, I send it to here. What is my use for it? Here's a good example. I have an app called Moises, right? And I use this app. And mind you, I can't use that. This same setup I have here, I can't use it here. I can't play music Bluetooth through here. I would have to plug it in 3.5 and then go into one of these channels. And of course, you'll lose one of those channels once you plug it in. So you'll have only 3 left. If I have to do that here, I have 7 left. Combos, This one is just, to me, is for my use, this right here. And I almost bought this one years ago when I got this one, but this one got me on the USB and that Bluetooth feature. So I'm going to play I'm gonna play music, right? And here's my use for it. So this app, you can separate instruments, right? I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna raise it so you can hear what I'm doing. I won't talk. So I just lowered the bass on the track. So I won't bore you with that, but that's my use, right? I'll kill the bass on the track and I'll do a cover. That's the use for that Bluetooth. Priceless. And then the USB channel is even more priceless because I can record anything that's here. I can send it to that channel, EQ it, every channel, whatever. So I can have something with super brightness and the other one with, you can separate it. It's like you're recording to a DAW, like a DAW, but there's no editing. Or the audio and video go into one channel. That's it. There's no, you don't have to grab that audio from a program and have to bounce it after you mix it. Here I just EQ, and pretty much my bass, it's flat. Like that's the actual channel that I plug the bass in, 9. And you can see there's no, and I'll go back to the regular, like this is literally number 9. That's 1 through 8, 9 through 16. That's literally my bass channel. That all the videos, if you see my videos, that's it. The gain sometimes will go up and down depending on the instrument that I have plugged in. Some instruments I have more output. What else? Those are like the main features I love about these. Both of them. I love this one more. Here's of course I believe you can record with this one. I think you have to hit where is it? Record play, and then you choose the channel. You arm the track that you want. So if you want 1 through 5, you hit arm, and then. But I believe this records to a hard drive or to a thumb drive. You can't record straight into a device. In order for you, for example, sorry, I'm over here talking. I'm far away from the mic. But in order for you to, for example, do what I'm doing here, where you're going direct into the phone, so the audio and video go on all together. There's no editing afterwards, no post-editing. You don't have to grab the video, put it in a program, then record the audio separate, and then grab those two and sync it to where no. This all goes one shot. No editing. I love that. But in order for you to do that, you would have to go from like an aux out, left and right, into like an iRig, and then the iRig you would plug into the phone there. But you're gonna have extra connections. This does it direct with one cable. That's why I love this. Love it, love it. But yeah, hopefully this video was useful for. I mean, I didn't go through every option. But those are just, as a musician, little things that I do like. You can record. Let me go real quick to end this video. So this one I have it just so it could power this. So it's sending power to a wireless adapter, which I have a speaker plugged into that in another room. So I can control the music on the app while I'm in another room. You can plug in a thumb drive and it'll record. You see right here in the record. So this is for the thumb drive. So anything that's unmuted and has signal going to it is going to go into one channel, a left and a right. That's it. So, straight to the thumb drive. Bang. Then you have this USB, which is the one that's plugged into my phone that's recording everything straight. You have an Ethernet, which you can plug to a computer. And then you have this interface on the computer. The CQ app, I have it on my laptop. I have it wireless at the moment. You can use it wired. As long as your computer has, if you have an Ethernet port, you can go from here to your computer or from here to a router. and then you can control this via a router. Let me log into my computer real quick, and let me connect to the mixer. Right, I'm gonna open the CQ app, and this works good. And that's right there. I have my exact mixer right here. Same interface here, and you can do that via the Ethernet, or in my case, I'm doing it via Wi-Fi. So it'll be with this antenna. That's what my laptop is connecting to. And then you have the SD slot, right? And the SD slot is for multi-track. So you have the option to go to multi-track. So you plug it in, multi-track. So you pick your channels that you want, let's say 1 through 5, right? And this will be your main volume, whatever. You can grab and lower, each mic. Of course, you don't want it clipping. You want it, you want it clean audio, but you choose what you want to record and you hit record. So, for example, I'm recording this, right? I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the playback direct line. I'm not too sure, but it's already recording. I have mic 1 through 5, but the only one that's plugged in is 1. As you can see, there's only signal here, but it's recording multi-track. So the catch with this is you take that SD card once you're done with the recording, right? And let me see if I can demonstrate this on camera. Let me open my DAW here. Let me open Reason, and then this, you grab the SD card, and that track is in here. So my computer luckily has an SD slot somewhere here. So once that's there, the SD card, let's see, SD card right here. I believe it's in the CQ. So the one I just recorded is the 3. So as you can see, mic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it all recorded, right? This is supposed to be a drag and drop with that with the file. So you're supposed to grab the file and drop it. Yeah, there you go. If you have, for example, all these tracks and you need them, let's say it's a session or whatever, everything's separate, it all goes into that and it syncs. It's all on time, priceless. Everything is there. Now, nothing else recorded in the other tracks because there was nothing plugged in, but track 1, as you can see, priceless. That's, lovely. And that's why I like this mixer. This thing is just priceless, man. And look, it opens pretty quick. The app on the tablet, like it's quick. I love it. I love it. I love this thing, man. I love it. Allen&Heath nailed it with this thing. Now, what I would have loved, XLR outputs. XLR outputs like the CQ20, but the CQ20 doesn't have a screen. Can you guys make a CQ30? Add the XLR and the screen. But guys, that was a long ass video for nothing. I'm gonna try to cut this video. It's actually at like almost an hour. To upload this video is probably gonna be like 2 weeks, but hope you enjoyed. Later.